Hi, welcome back to chong-amanda farm. What you see before you is a ham that I've been letting, a fresh ham that off one of our 60-kilo pigs that I've been letting set in the fridge for about 6 days. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it out, and as you can see, it's been allowed to kind of harden the skin and dry out just a little bit so we can manage it to cure it today. So what we've got is we've got a 4.5 kilo ham, so it's about 8-9 pounds. So we've got 2 kilos of salt, and now we're going to add a 1/2 kilo of brown sugar, and we're going to mix that pretty well. And then we're going to place the ham in there, and then we're going to start working on the ham to cure it. We have the 4.5 kilo ham put into the salt mixture. I washed the ham down some more so that the moisture from the ham, the water, would make the salt and sugar stick. So now we're going to start packing. One thing that the sitting in the fridge does, or in the cooler does, for a few days is it opens this up, this area here. This is your hock area that needs to be packed really good down in there with salt, and around your hock as you can. And you may need to massage that a little bit to get the salt and sugar down in there. So now we're going to start packing the ham with a salt and sugar. Pack it real good in there. As you can see, the separation has already taken place around the hock due to the 7 days of letting it rest in the fridge. So we've got a nice crevice there. You want to pack that full of salt mixture, the curing mixture. Pack it real good down in there. Since we're not using any nitrates, which is the chemicals, sodium, lots of chemicals there, we're just using a natural cure. We've shortened our hock. As you can see, the hock is very short, and this is where the botulism starts, right in here in this area. So you want to make sure you pack it real good down in there, so when you do a natural cure, you don't get sick. So now we're finishing wrapping the brown sugar cure mixture on the ham. Just make sure that everywhere you see a space, try to pack it real good. And you might have to add a little more water. This is kind of dry pack, so just go ahead and add just a tiny bit of water to help it stick better. We're going to turn it over now and do this side. And you can see it's starting to melt. Salt has a tendency to dry out the meat, too dry. So that's why sugar's added, to keep the moisture of the ham in there. And if you can pack any more around that hock area, do so. And that's that. Now we're going to go to the brown paper and wrap it. Okay, so after you have put your cure on your ham, you're going to want to wrap it in a paper that can absorb and allow the ham to breathe. This is used mostly butcher paper. You can find it at your local butcher shop. But here in our area, we do not have butcher paper. We live in a part of the Philippines that does not have that. But we do have brown paper bag. And that's just as fine, because this breathes and allows the ham to lose the moisture that it needs to lose to cure. So we're going to wrap him, this nice ham, in a brown paper bag, and we're going to hang him hock down. So we're going to do that now. So as you can see, the salt cure is starting to work. It's pulling the moisture out of the ham, And all that beautiful salt and sugar is going to pull about 28% of this 4.5 kilo ham. And again, your hock is pretty much covered with salt there, and you want to keep that covered as well as best you can. I mean, some of it's going to fall off when you transfer it, but it should stay in there as well. And you can just add a little more sugar if you want. Sometimes it needs that extra sugar to seal it, because you want it covered really good. Every area you see, you might want to add a little more sugar. Sugar sticks better than the hardcore salt. Again, this is non-iodized salt. It is not iodized salt. You do not want iodized salt. You want to buy from your market a salt that is a non-iodized salt. Okay, so we're going to wrap him. You can do it something like this and pull them around, and then drape that across the top. Make it to where nothing is showing, and wrap it. You can wrap it with some twine, or you can get a sock, as they use a ham sock, but you want to hang it hock down. This helps it drain properly out through the hock. And we're going to come back in about 28 days or less and check it. Okay, we've got it wrapped in brown paper, as you can see, and this will help it breathe. And we've got it hocked down. You might want to get something like this to put in your refrigerator to catch the moisture. And we're going to keep it anywhere from 30 to 40 degrees. And we're going to check back with it in a few more weeks. Alright, this is like 1 hour after it's been processed. And you can see that it's covered all over. And the underneath basically is leaking some good juices, and that's what it's supposed to do. So we'll check back later and see what tomorrow looks like. Okay, we're back on day 4, and as you can see, a lot more fluid has come out of this ham. You can see the cool air coming out, so we don't want to keep that door open too long. Keep that temperature between 30 and 40. What you'll do, this is a 4.5 kilo ham, so that's about every 2 days a pound. So that's 9 pounds. So we're looking at 18 days. So we've got a few more days to go. And after we do that, we're going to put it in what's called a summer sweat. In the Philippines, we've got a high humidity, which is going to grow that mold in the ham and give it a nice flavor. So we're going to encourage you to subscribe if you like this video. And curing hams in the Philippines, we thank y'all for watching, and we'll do a part 2 and show you the finished product. Thank you.